You thought the Storytime series will end, huh? Well, hello, it's just the beginning! Hey there, flies and humans, it's MimicTurn60, and welcome to my second Storytime video. Today, I'm gonna be telling you about my holiday trip. So, me and my mom decided to go on a tour. The tour was literally a group of random people traveling to a different city or country each day. In my case, we traveled there on a bus. But before that, we had to get to the place where the bus was by a train. The train I was in had awfully small rooms, beds in it, and extremely loud people that shared the same room with us. And by loud, I mean loud. After hours of sleep, we woke up from a loud music that our roommates were listening to. We obviously didn't get any sleep after that. Anyway, the next day we finally got to the meeting point. We still had to wait for the bus to come on this place, so we came to the nearby cafeteria. It was terrible there. So we walked straight, got our food, then turned around and saw this. All of these seats were taken, so we have been waiting with food in our hands for someone to stand up. I guess those 1,000 people wanted to wait here for the bus too. There were also these weird walls where you can charge your tablets or phones, but even when we found a few of them, they didn't even work. Anyway, in a few hours, the bus has finally arrived. Firstly, we got introduced to our nice little bus driver by the owner of the tour. On the tour description, it said that the bus driver always will act nice to everyone and even help them with their bags and packages. Well, guess what? He was the opposite of what the description said. We came up to the driver, asked him if he could help us carry our items inside the bus. He looked at us with the most unpleasant face ever. It's that kind of face expression when you want to spit on someone, so you just wait as they come closer to you. Anyway, after making that scumbag face expression, he said,
"Do you know who I am? I'm a driver. I drive. Why don't you help yourself?"
Everyone hated that bus driver ever since, and this is not even the worst thing he has done. When the bus was driving, there was always some music playing, and when people asked to turn the volume down, he always turned it into an ear rape competition.
"No, I will not turn down the volume."
Anyway, so after a few issues with the driver and a couple of hours being in the bus, we had to stop to go to the toilet, which was near a cafeteria. After a couple of minutes, we went to the cafeteria and my mom has bought me and herself a cup of coffee. It was actually the first time I've ever tasted coffee in my life. So anyway, then we started walking towards the bus and saw some people drinking coffee outside of it. Then we saw the bus driver.
"Coffee's not allowed in my goddamn bus. If I'll see any of you carrying a cup of coffee inside my bus, you done goofed."
He saw my mom holding a cup of coffee, and then he started yelling at her.
"Ma'am, I clearly said it before. Do not bring coffee in my bus. If the coffee falls down, the liquid will be all over the goddamn bus."
And while he was raging at my mom because she literally tried drinking a cup of coffee inside the bus and just walked in the bus while somehow hiding the coffee. It wasn't even really hidden. I just didn't really show it to the driver, and of course he didn't notice it. Anyway, after a long drive, we arrived at Poland in the Krakow city. Well, it was amazing there. The city looked really mysterious and old-styled. There were really cool sculptures, structures, and other stuff. We also saw this really creepy silver dude while exploring the town. Well, he may have looked friendly in daylight, but it was nighttime, so it freaked me out a bit. We also came across a weird shop with creepy puppets. After that, we all came back at the bus and drove to our main point, where the main tour was supposed to start, so we drove to Czech Republic. Firstly, we visited a skull church. Our guide has told us that many people wanted them to be buried at this place because they believed that this place was holy. But there were too many dead people in this place, and so others have built a church and put all the bones of those people in there. And well, it was pretty creepy realizing that I'm looking at actual corpses of other people. Then we drove to a gigantic structure that was also used as a church before. The structure took hundreds of years to make. Sadly, we didn't get a chance to go inside of it, and we were only able to walk around it. Finally, we got to the Prague city. We saw a spirit statue, a creepy Thai massage advertisement, marijuana shops for grown-ups, and other unusual stuff. Even Illuminati statues though. And after all of that, we got to the Karlov Bridge with our guide. The Karlov Bridge is known as one of the coolest bridges in Prague, and from what I can tell, it was huge! It even has statues with gold on them. The guide has told us that if we put one of our hands on the small golden statue and wish for something, our dream will come true. And no, I didn't wish for luck, happiness, and hella bitches. I wished for success in life and improvement in my animation skills. Also, there were shops near the bridge, so we decided to go there only to realize that those were just the same marijuana shops we crossed before. Anyway, after the Karlov Bridge, we went to the Museum of Torture. The museum showed us how cruel the times of the Middle Ages were and how people have been tortured for their crimes. And what made the museum even scarier was that the sculptures there looked really realistic. The next day, we went to a giant zoo. But the only thing I remembered there was this one particular scene when me and my mom went inside the cave animal zone. And there was a sign that said, "Warning, free-flying bats," but we didn't notice it, so... We saw hundreds of bats in an open area, legit flying in our faces. My mom looked at me and said, "Welp, you're on your own now, sonny."
Run.
We also saw some hot pigeons there. I've also gained a new friend there. His name is Woody the Squirrel. Then we managed to visit a really amazing museum, the Museum of Animation. It showed us the amazing types of animating, like doll animation, stop motion animation, 2D and 3D animation. And it showed different scenes of different movies with animation elements in them and explained how they were animated. This museum has become one of my most favorite museums ever visited by me. After getting out of that museum, we've encountered this weird horse dude that played on the piano. Just listen to this piano skills. Damn. Anyway, we have also visited a salt mine, which was also amazing. The guide has told us about how salt was mined there and other stuff, but the most cool thing about it was that the walls of the mine were made of salt, so we were able to taste them by licking them. So yeah, that's how my tour was like. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!